Alright, so let me get out of the truck and show you what I'm talking about. So what you have here is a small dock. Let me show you the gully first. Okay, you see how big this street is? Not very big. And you have to put it in a dock like this. See that? Small. Let me show you this gully over here on the other side. If you fall down in there, you see the cliff? Let me show you how the cliff is. So basically on a dock like this, you want to get as close as you can over here. Some people will drive up in this concrete or this gravel. You can, but I would not. I will get as close as I can here, probably to maybe right here to this point. Like right here, then I would start cutting it over. You don't, that's why I said about oversteer. You don't have to oversteer on something like this. But look how small that street is. You ain't got much room to play with. That comes with experience over time. I don't expect a new person to try to do something like this type of docking. And I'm gonna show you each time I go to a dock the difficulties. But I don't expect a new person to be able to put it in a dock like this. This is a difficult dock, or what we would consider a difficult dock, because you see that? That's small. You have to try to come in from there. Now, even though they left you with some play right here, when you get to the expert status, or when you get to a point where you can back up, you will be able to just come from this point here and just come right up in here without even touching this over here. See, I didn't touch this over here because I have the experience. I've been backing a long time. Even when you take a break from the industry, you will get to a point where you can it'll come back to you, but then over time it just stays with you. Is even with the shifting, you'll still scratch some gears sometime, which is expected, but this is what we consider a small dock, and I wanted to show you guys that. I'm also going to do the drop and hook of what happens when the kingpin gets trapped behind the fifth wheel plate. But I want to do it in an area where it's not, I don't have an audience, and I can just talk to you guys directly, and it clears my head, so I'm able to communicate with you. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys this, man. You know, like I said, my experiences are, I started in dry van, drove dry van for a while. You're always in and out, but some of the docks in dry van are real small, man. I mean, real small. You have to know what you're doing. A newbie would have drove off the cliff right here, and it would have been an audience, because he wouldn't have realized that he could have used this over here. And I'm not saying you can't. Guys with experience usually will just do what they need to do. Even though this is part of their property, I still wouldn't use. I didn't use it. I just came in and did what I had to do. They're giving you the space here, so I just thought you guys should see that. But yeah, that I wanted y'all to check that out. But anyway, I was saying on the dry van side, basically with the dry van, I have a tendency to pull in like any dry van, and then a lot of your docks are going to be small or real petite, small. Even in New York, where you have to actually jackknife the trailer over there at that Palm Wonderful over in New York, you got a cinder block wall, which would be right where that gully is. I was showing you right here. That's a gully right there. If you try to think you're going to curve around and come down in the grass, you're going to slide right down in there. Don't do it. I always get out and check my surroundings anyway. Before I pulled in this dock, I was parked on the street, and what I did was I walked up here to see, because I seen the gentleman had got here, so I walked up here to see what the dock looked like, and I realized they had a slanted dock. It's at an angle. This is what we call angle docking, and it's just basically concrete, and they'll put down like a dock plate, or sometimes they could just drive up on there depending on how close. They'll usually tell you pull forward or pull back, or you have a roll up dock where they roll it up to the truck You've seen those a lot at the lumber places, but that's dry van. Reefer, you're not going to have that much problem. You're probably going to pull in and they'll tell you don't open your doors. It's for a reason, because their dock is set up to where the doors open from the inside. But like I said, I've done tanker before. Tanker where I'm not going to mention the company, but you had to drop the fuel in the ground, and you didn't want to get a mix-up. And then with fuel, I found that if you're going to do any type of local, try to get in the fuel hauling business, because once you get the fuel hauling business experience, it's nothing like it. Nobody else can really do it. You have to get those cars from like Flint Hills, Magellan, they'll test you. Magellan, sorry. And all the plants, and you pull up to them, and it's pretty quiet, and you sit there and you watch them. It fills from the bottom up, and each one of those tanks are separate. So it might fill up with, it'll tell you how much you can put in there, and then you got to drop your stick in the ground and measure up and see how much water content is in the fuel. I'll explain it to you guys as we go along. But if you go local, try to get into fuel hauling and stay in it, because there's not very many fuel haulers out there, and so you're in demand when it comes. That's one of the demands. They can't put an electric truck on a fuel hauler. Got it? So just to let you know, yeah, fuel hauling. The fuel hauling is where you want to go if you're going to do local, and you can take that experience anywhere, any state, anytime, any place. And like I said, we're just being honest here. The guy's rocking my box back here, but he's getting me unloaded. And then I gotta go pick up another load, and I'll show you that dock hopefully too. In fact, I'm getting to the point where I just don't care. I'll show you guys the docks. I'm not gonna let it bother me anymore. It was bothering me at first, because I was like, well, what if somebody says something about you videotaping it? Nah, I'm gonna show you guys the docks. I may not show you the location, but I will show you the docks. But yeah, man, but I just want you guys to see this, man. This is your first dock. So this is the first dock. It's an angle dock, and it's a small dock. And like I said, this gully over here, if you're not careful, you wouldn't know it's there. And you didn't get out and look. Go get out and look at your surroundings. Look at what's around you. I got a truck behind me, as you've seen. And I got to be careful with that. And then I don't have nothing on the other side. And then I got a gully in front of me and a small ass street, which I'm going to have to go down to the end, because there's a stop sign down there. And I'm going to have to cut it wide left to make the turn. All right. Just thought you guys check in with you guys and let you know. And like I said, everything will be bright and light, so you can see my face and you can see how it's done. Oh, also I was telling you guys about the reefer. So reefer, I'm not going to say it's better than dry van. You're going to wait. There's some extended wait times there, anywhere from 2, 3, 4 hours. You're not, you put in for the detention, whether they pay you or not. Your chicken loads are going to be the heaviest, and when it comes to, and I'll touch on the owner operator stuff. And like I said, I posted up a picture of my homepage of my truck, how it looked when it was running. Still waiting on the case on that, but he came back with a response talking about that 19.5 was for all parts. It didn't include labor. Okay, so what's the hold up then, brother? Mr. A&W Fleet Service out of Denton, Texas. What's the hold up? For a whole year? Come on, bro. When you try to help out us, I'll put it like that. When you try to help out us and keep it circulating, and those out there know what I'm talking about, because you kind of want money to circulate in your community at least 5 to 10 times. When it doesn't do that before it leaves your community, if it doesn't do that, then you've lost. And at some point, something's got to give, right? So if you can't work with your own, how do I put it? If you can't work with certain people, then it's a problem, and it needs to be corrected. All right. So I just thought I'd touch on a few things like that, trying to keep the money within the community and being messed over, it's sad. So makes you want to turn a blind eye, you know. But anyway, this is old school coming at you. Thought I'd give y'all the first video. And as I go through, I didn't want to hark on politics, and I didn't want to hark on what I just harked on. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, so like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. At some point, I'll try to come live. But everything that I tell you, I say I'm gonna do, I'll do. You know, I'm not gonna blow smoke up y'all, man. I'm gonna be honest with you and straightforward. You got people out there that are real honest. They're not, I wouldn't say, I don't know them personally, but you got guys like YBET TV. Hats off to you, brother, who's gonna tell you the truth. You got guys like Asian Mai. Don't get on Asian Mai's show, man, because if he get you, a lot of stuff is, you know, he be telling like it is, you know. Hey, Mai. Why you cut the video, man? What she said when you first started, his wife. But you got Asian Mai, he good dude, man. Don't, like I said, I don't know these guys personally. They ain't paying me. You got people like Southern Cal Trucker. They're gonna be straight up forward with you. Used to be a guy back in the day who started in YouTube called Big Cat, the Big Cat Show. You got trying to name everybody that I can remember. TV, a lot of controversial there, but Trucker Brown gonna tell you like it is. He ain't gonna sugarcoat it. He's very intelligent. Rooster, Red, the one and only Red Rooster. He gonna be straight up with you. His content, he gonna tell you straight up. Who else out there that I didn't want to forget nobody this time around? Dang it. Everybody that I can think of that I've watched that has helped me, that has been straight up with me, or not straight up with me, but I watched their channel just to explore the content and see, and they've been straight up with y'all, man. So I'm telling you straight out, those that I name, and forgive me if I didn't name you, because at the time I probably didn't think about it, you know, and but yeah, I know. Oh, HT Logistics, can't forget old HT out there. He been straight up with you, and he has a travel channel. So go ahead and subscribe to them cats, man. And you know, you can subscribe here too. You gonna get information. If my mama used to tell me a long time ago, if you hear it twice, it's probably true. You know, so take and retain what you need to retain and throw the rest away. You know, you'll know BS when you hear BS. Anyway, this is old school, man. I'm not gonna be long on this, but I thought I'd hit y'all up with the first doc. Alright, so this is one doc. I'm gonna show you some more. They won't be the same, but I will show them to you. Alright, I'm out.